Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Let's go ahead and jump right into this Freddy Krueger Halloween makeup look. The very first thing that I did to start it off is I applied my foundation and my eyebrows to my face, and then we can go ahead and get started on the eye look next. First, I'm just taking some tape and applying some on both sides of my eyes like this, so that way we have a nice crisp eyeshadow line when we are finished. Then I'm taking my Melt Cosmetics Dark Matter stack. I always use this during the fall season, and the very first color that I'm taking is the color Blur, which is the lightest shade in that palette, and I'm sweeping this into the crease. This will help ensure the rest of our eyeshadows to blend out really seamlessly and look really amazing. Next, I'm taking the red color, which is called Enigma, and I am taking on a blender brush, sweeping that into the crease over top of that transition color that we already applied. And like I said before, this just kind of helps blend everything together. Then I'm taking the black eyeshadow in the palette, which is called Dark Matter, and I am packing this all over the eyelid. You can do whatever eye look you want for this look, but I wanted something really kind of dark, dramatic, and smoky. After I pack enough of this on, I'm going back in with that same blender brush as we used before and blending everything together so it's nice and smoothed out and gorgeous looking. For the bottom part of my eye, I'm just applying some black eyeliner, and then going back up to the top, I'm taking a black liquid eyeliner by Madam Glam, and I'm just doing a simple winged eyeliner on the top, keeping the tape on so it matches our eyeshadow line and it's nice and crisp and sharp. After you do that, you can go ahead and remove the tape to reveal your finished eyeshadow look, and then to finish off the eye look completely, I'm going in with my CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume Mascara in the color black, obviously, and I'm applying that to my top and bottom lashes to make our eyelashes look really, filled in, whatever. You can wear falsies if you would like to. I'm not that big of a fan of false eyelashes, so mascara does the job for me. Moving on to the rest of our face, I'm going with my NARS Laguna bronzer, which is one of my all-time favorite bronzers of all time, and I'm just going to be bronzing my face only on one side of my face because the other side is obviously going to be burned and very Freddy Krueger-like, so I'm just focusing all the beauty makeup on one side. Then I am taking my BH Cosmetics 26 color palette and I'm just applying a kind of a darker color blush, and then I'm also going to be contouring with my City Color Contour Effects palette and making a nice sharp contour line and then blending that all out. And then of course, to add a little bit of highlight, I'm going in with my Jeffree Star Cosmetics Peach Goddess highlighter, and I'm going to be putting this on top of where we applied our blush, a little bit on my forehead, down my nose, all the usual spots where we would highlight. I kind of wanted a beauty side and a grow side for this makeup look. It's just what I was feeling. Moving on to the special effects side of things, I'm going to be using this little piece right here that I got from Spirit Halloween. This is the 3D Burn prosthetic, latex, whatever you want to call it, and basically I'm just sizing this to my face. I did have to cut quite a bit off because I do have a pretty small face, so once I got it to where I like it and where I want it to be put onto my face, we can go ahead and start applying it. To do so, I'm using liquid latex to stick it onto my face. If you do have a latex allergic whatever. You can use spirit gum or Prozaid, something along those lines. And basically what I'm doing here is I'm applying it in sections. So I'm on a cosmetic wedge sponge thing. I'm putting liquid latex and doing the top part, then moving on down my face. You don't want to just put a whole bunch of liquid latex and stick it on, because if it doesn't go on the way you want it, you kind of have to start all over, and that's just kind of a pain in the butt. So then to move down to the rest of my face, I'm just using a brush like so and putting more liquid latex on. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk. Why do I always suck at voiceovers? I swear to God. Anyway, so I'm just applying this all over to the areas that I want to apply. Make sure you keep it off of your eyebrows, and if it does get in your hair, it does come out, but make sure you don't get it in your eyebrows or you're not going to have any eyebrows left. So yep, I'm just continuing doing this in little tiny sections and lifting it up in certain places that need more stick, if you know what I mean. And yeah, just continuing this all the way down my face till it is fully stuck on there. Then I am also taking that same brush and applying liquid latex on the outer edges there, just to kind of blend everything in with our natural skin, so it looks like it doesn't look so fake, so it looks more realistic, if you get my drift. So that's just what I'm doing here, making sure that it is fully flush with my natural skin. Then the pieces that I had to cut off, I figured I would go ahead and put those to use, so I applied a couple more of those onto my face. This is a burn, so it doesn't have to be perfect by any means. I just kind of put them on my face, see where I liked it, and then use liquid latex over top and just applied the other little pieces that I wanted to use. Now it is time to make this little piece look a little bit more realistic, so I'm taking a black cream makeup from this little Halloween kit that I got from the dollar store actually, and on just an eyeshadow brush that I don't care too much about, I'm placing this in the inner depths of the burn to make it look a lot deeper and, you know, stuff like that. We will be blending this out in just a second, but I'm basically just applying all of the black in the deepest reds of the area. Then I am taking a very dark red cream makeup, again from the dollar store, which is the one that is basically almost gone on that top corner there. On another eyeshadow brush, I'm applying this all over the red areas, and I'm also using this to kind of blend out that black cream makeup that we also applied in those little crevices in the very outer parts of the burns. I wanted to add a little bit more to this look, so I'm actually using a new product that I found at Spirit Halloween, and this is actually called Flesh Latex. Basically, when this latex dries on your face, you can kind of make it look all kind of fleshy and gross. I wanted to add a whole bunch of this on the bottom part of my face just to kind of try it out. I haven't got to try this yet this year, so I figured this would be a good look to try it on. Basically, on the end of an eyeshadow brush, I'm just taking a scoop of this and applying it on the areas where I want it on my face. Just a warning, this is very, very, very strong smelling. So if you can't handle that smell, then this probably isn't the product for you. Just kind of a heads up there. And while that is drying, we're going to move back up to the burns, and I'm using this red blood gel, and on just a little doe foot applicator type sponge, I'm applying a crap ton of blood in the burns just to make it look kind of really wet, like Freddy Krueger has it in all of his movies. Just really kind of gross, wet, bloody, you know, all that good stuff. So I'm applying all of this in the red areas of this little fake burned piece that we applied. And after that has completely dried, the Flesh Latex, I'm just taking a little bit of foundation and just patting that over top of what we already did, and it gives it a lot of texture to the skin and kind of makes it look like the burn is kind of spreading down my face, if you know what I mean. I don't know, I thought it was kind of a cool look and I really liked it, so I actually decided to apply more of it on my chin and underneath my nose, but I couldn't do any more than that because the smell was just very strong of ammonia, so this is all I could do for this look here. And then I also let that dry totally and completely, and then picked it a little bit to make it kind of open and very weird and gross looking. Moving back up to the burns, I'm sorry this is kind of all over the place. I'm taking Bloody Scab, my favorite Halloween product of all time from Spirit Halloween, and on that same doe foot applicator, I'm applying this back on top of the burns that we applied the red blood gel. The difference is Bloody Scab is a little bit more thick and coagulated blood, more or less, so it made it look a lot more cool. Going back into the Flesh Latex areas, just kind of picking that up a little bit and applying more foundation over top of it, just to kind of add a little bit more texture to the face, kind of next to the burn, so it doesn't just look like a burn and then perfect skin, you know what I mean? So I don't know, I just thought it was kind of cool. And then I was just gonna leave it like this, but I decided to add a little bit of blood to it. So on a sea sponge, I took a little bit of Bloody Scab and just very lightly patted that over top of all that texturized Flesh Latex that we applied just before. Then moving on to the lips, I'm using this L'Oreal collection exclusive lipstick. I cannot say the name of this girl's name. It's Lila's Nude, something like that. And then I just applied that to my top and bottom lip just to add kind of a pretty lip color so we have a female glam kind of Freddy Krueger look. After you have finished the makeup portion, it is of course time for the costume. I got my entire costume from Spirit Halloween. So first, of course, we have the classic Freddy Krueger red and green sweater. And this sweater is actually very comfortable. I was very surprised. It doesn't feel itchy like a costume at all. It's very comfortable, very warm, and I would totally wear this just on a regular everyday basis because it was that comfortable. Next, of course, we have the little brown hat that Freddy wears, also bought at Spirit Halloween, and then the classic Freddy Krueger glove. Make sure you put it on your right hand and not your left. Just a heads up on that. Then you have the completed look, but of course it's never complete without your little costume buddy. So this year, me and my dog Jackal are dressing up as Freddy Krueger together. Me and my sister came up with this little rhyme for Jackal in his costume. I thought it was super cute, so say hello to mine and Jackal's 2016 Halloween costume. I am so happy. It looks so cute. He just looks so adorable in this. After that, here is the completed look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Huge shout out to my sister and friends for helping me with the intro and the costume. I really greatly appreciate it. I really hope you guys liked this video. Probably my all-time favorite one I've done this year. Totally, like, it was so much fun to film. I absolutely loved it. Huge horror movie fan. Freddy Krueger is absolutely awesome, so I really liked doing this video for you guys. Make sure you give a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to go down and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. And happy Halloween!